Welcome to my crafts table. So today we are making a start on the little animal themed boxes to put into the dresser unit in the nursery. So the dresser has 12 storage boxes built into it, and in 6 of them box areas I want to make an actual physical box that you can put things in and put in and out for the dresser. This idea is all in my head, but so far the dressing unit's looking really well. I'm very happy with it. Will has did a great job with it. The whole idea of it was that we'd be able to use it as storage, but also use the top of it, to use the surface top as a changing table. So my vision has been then to have some sort of storage shelves in it and also some storage boxes. But I don't want to do just plain storage boxes. I want the face front of each box to be in the design of an animal. We're not talking like high spec artist drawings, it's more just sort of like baby themed, baby animals. So today I am making a start on drawing out some of the box fronts, which will then be cut out and painted in the shape of an animal. I've written down the sizes here of what size each box front needs to be. So I've got a penguin, a monkey, a panda, a dog, a tiger and a bunny rabbit. The first one I'm going to do is a bunny rabbit. I'm going to leave Will to make the actual boxes themselves because he knows what to do for that properly. But I'm going to try have a go at first of all drawing out the face fronts, and then I'll maybe try cutting them as well and painting them. So we're using some MDF that we had left over from some of the shelves. Got some bits about this size, so I want to make sure we get use the most of each bit of material. I'm going to start by marking out the size of the square or rectangle. Yeah, rectangle, not square. So I'm going to mark out a rectangle and then I'll be able to draw the shape of the animal onto it. There we go, a rough outline of a bunny rabbit. It'll need cut the shape, so I'll cut along here and then up like this. And then I can paint it. Trying to get some more wood for the other designs.
Dani is getting on well drawing the little faces for the front of the boxes. I'm just about to cut a couple out. Back to my outdoor workshop today. Not much of a workshop, just a table saw and my power station. But very nice just being outside. I also have a jigsaw. Plan to use table saw and then the jigsaw. The most of them are straight lines, which is table saw, but the likes of around the ears, jigsaw, but I'll cut in some of the straight bits again with the table saw. See, there's two on this piece of wood, so time to cut them out. Hopefully I don't mess them up, or Danny might not be too happy. We've now got most of the straight lines cut on the table saw. Most of them was cutting at the width, so the last bits I'll just have to do with the jigsaw. There we have one cut out. Just needs a little sand around the edges, take any rough or sharp bits off.
been a fun day of drawing and cutting out for Will. And we have it all of the drawers drawn. Change the animals a little bit. We have our koala, a bunny rabbit, a tiger, a shark, a monkey, and a cow. Moo!
Moo!
First coat of grey paint done on koala bear. I think it's going to need 2 to 3 coats just because it's the wood, it's all just soaking into the wood. I don't want the paintbrush marks left the way it's left at the moment. Trying to think of the best way to do it, and I might do grey on the other ones that need grey. And then that way I'll just be making sure that the colours are consistent throughout.
I'm just about to cut the other 3 out, so is it ready to paint?
Hint, hint.
Good time to ask, is there anyone you need first? Wink, wink. I just heard you saying about the grey.
Sharky or...
Sharky first?
Yeah, Sharky.
I can cut him out first, bring him round.
Cool. I actually really enjoy painting, and it's been a long time since I've did some proper painting. This is quite simple stuff, but I'm really looking forward to getting the mural painted on the wall. It's kind of little, this is a bit of a tester of what's to come with the mural, which is super exciting. Each layer of paint is needed multiple coats, and I've just been waiting for it all to dry. I'm just trying to match the colours in so that like the dark grey stripes on the tiger match the nose of the koala. The yellow in the monkey matches the horns of the cow. But definitely getting there. Next I've got the colour pink to do. And of course, to make pink, we're going to mix a little bit of red. I want it to be quite a light pink with a good deal of white paint.
Dani has been painting away at the front parts for the drawers in the unit. I am about to start making the actual boxes themselves, so as Dani isn't waiting on me. I have a couple of bits of this wood left, unfortunately not enough to make the full drawers out of. So I do have this piece, which is from an old wardrobe again. So I'm going to use it. There's going to be 6 drawers, so we can get 2 out of each section of the thinner wood, and that will be the bases. I can cut the sides out of this piece and the backs out of that. Now I just have to lift my table saw out of this little wood shed, because there's not going to be enough room in there for me to use it. Lift it out and start cutting some bits of wood into the right sizes. This long bit, which is going to be the sides, unfortunately doesn't have a straight edge on both sides, so I'm going to have to try and cut a nice straight edge right through the middle of it, and then I can set the guard up and put the straight edge against the guard to cut it the right width. I don't have a track saw or anything else to do it, so just freehand for this one, and then I should be able to use the guard to cut everything else to the correct size. Pretty happy with that. Could be maybe a little bit straighter, but it's going to work. And cut this side against the guard. The other side will be nice and straight, which will be attached to the base of the drawer. The top edge, I will give it a sand to round the corners, and it'll be nice and smooth. That's now all the bits cut. Time to just sand them, clean the dust off them, and then they're ready to glue and nail together. All sitting in piles. Ready to start gluing and nailing them together. Should go pretty quickly. I'm using these little clamps just to help hold it together until I nail it, and also to keep it square. There we have one box. Let the glue dry. I shall let the glue dry and then give it a paint. On the front here I will put glue and then place the nice painted fronts on. And I've kept the veneer side on the bottom of this bit because we're not going to use drawer runners. So hopefully that will help it slide in and out a little bit easier. Boxes are all made and the glue is dry. Just giving them all a nice coat of paint before putting the faces on them. That'll be the last thing and then they're ready to go in. Almost halfway through painting, so won't be too long hopefully till it all dries. I'm now putting all the faces onto the boxes. just a bit of glue and a few screws. There we have one finished drawer.
So we're very happy to say our custom-made dressing unit, which will double up as a changing table, is finished. I think the actual piece of furniture looks really well, and the boxes of the animal faces just adds that sort of personal touch, and I've actually really enjoyed doing the painting for them, and yeah, it just makes it more personal to us and to our baby that's soon to arrive. We're just waiting on the changing mat arriving. We've ordered it online, but it will sit up here. It's hard to believe that next week, as of next week, we'll be in I'll be in the third trimester of pregnancy. So time is moving really quickly. So it's good that we are making progress with this room and that we've got time to do these sort of little projects that we enjoy. Next up will be the big mural for here and a rocking chair for the corner here as well. We'd like to take our time over them so that the outcome is as good as possible. So yeah, we'll have to get started on them very, very soon. I must say we are feeling very organised, more organised than I think we could have felt at this stage. And we're so grateful for how kind everybody's been and how much things that we've been given. And we actually nearly have more or less everything that we need, we think, for now anyway, for the baby arriving. This dressing unit became very needed actually for storage.
It feels like our house is getting taken over by baby things at the moment because they're just all over the place while we organise them. Another thing which I'm looking forward to doing in here is adding a few shelves up high here, I think. Maybe one on this wall above the cot. Again, just to put a bit more storage, but it will also make the room feel a little bit warmer rather than plain white walls. At this end, we're going to put some curtains up, possibly a blackout blind, just to give us the option of having darkness in the room. And thinking possibly this wall is going to be the big mural wall, so it's going to add a lot of colour to this room because the room itself is not massive. But I think maybe along with the shelves, maybe a little picture or two, just to make it feel warm. Nice mural, curtains, shelves, some pictures. It's going to be a nice cozy room. At the minute it's very white.
It is. White walls.
But them little things will make, well, the mural isn't little, but the other little things will just make a big difference to the feel once you're in the room, I think.
Well, that's the nursery room progress. It's coming along well, still quite a bit to do. Also have another room to renovate for whenever grandparents come to stay shortly after he's born.
We do.
So they've got somewhere comfortable to sleep as well.
Lots to do, but we'll get it done in time. I'm confident.
Looking forward to showing you the whole different stages of what's to come.
Me too.
Have a great week, everyone. See you
Thanks for
very
watching.
soon.
Bye.